us into this building. I don't know if when you walked in the door, did everybody see the rental of the Mars rover? Did you see it when we walked into the lab? Did you see it? Did you see it? I can't see it. Yes? Okay. I don't know if you heard those, but after you came in, there's a group of kids, so there's like lots of school kids coming through. There was a whole army of kids coming in, and when they walked into the door, you hear them go, "Oh, cool!" I don't know if you have kids or you've been around kids, but if you can elicit that from kids, you're doing something good. That's one of the things I think that you'll see today that this building, and actually the work that ASU is doing, it actually is cool. It actually makes science and engineering and higher learning and even humanities, they think it's cool, which is why I just love coming to ASU. Gets kids excited. It's pretty awesome.
And again, a number of the chief scientists working on that project were here.
Right.
You go have one of them. Ask them what the rover's seeing.
Exactly. Show me what the rover's seeing. So one of the things, as Ed mentioned, one of the partnerships that we have with Arizona State University and Center for Science in the Imagination is the Tomorrow Project. And when you all came in, hopefully you picked up copies of the Tomorrow Project. It's the public side of the future casting work that I do as Intel's futurist. And the DNA of the Tomorrow Project is very similar to the DNA of Ed Center. It's getting people to think creatively and think scientifically. It's getting people to become active participants in the future by having these conversations. And these conversations can be through video, they can be through podcasts, they can be through essays, or they can be through science fiction. And we have an incredible overlap, actually, and the synergies between our groups simply happen. So a lot of the authors, a lot of the thinkers that Ed works with are ones that we've worked with as well, which is why we knew that this partnership should happen. So the books that you have in front of you are filled with examples of science fiction based on science fact. This one, Imagining the Future and Building It, is the most recent of the works that we've done, and it actually has a short story by Madeline Ashby. So we paired up Madeline Ashby with an experimental psychologist in Intel Labs who's working on emotion recognition. So what if your devices and your smartphones and your tablets could understand your emotions? And she and Madeline started working together, and Madeline created a science fiction story around that idea, which is in here, it's called Photographic Memory. And then we also, at the end of it, had Margaret Morris, who was the researcher, actually write about that. And there's another example of that where we had another researcher in our group by the name of Doug Carmine, and Doug is working on making any surface in your home a screen, a way of interacting. And we had Carl Schroeder, a Canadian science fiction writer, do us a story about a house. This house had artificial intelligence, and the house actually helps its occupant. It helps a woman who's just suffered a loss in her life. What if this house could actually